Hi, I'm Jay Norris, author of Mastering the Currency Market. Welcome to the report. Before we get into it, I need to point out that trading Forex is a risky endeavor, not suitable for everybody. The charts we're looking at are real-time market snapshots and may not be replicated going forward. Today is January the 20th. First market we're covering is the Aussie US dollar. Very interesting scenario. You have a long-term trend line giving way. These are big. That's a big occurrence. That's not something that we would take lightly, particularly given that the weekly trend is down. So the weekly and daily are down also. So that's pretty significant, and that's definitely something you monitor. So it could be a game changer. Could open the door to a correction. I would say overall that's probably be a healthy correction. So definitely something to watch. I think the door is open for downside, a little bit of downside here. Definitely have to keep an eye on that. I think overall it's a long-term bull market, but bull markets certainly have corrections. So we can't rule out another leg down here, similar to you had the down leg, then the recovery, then the second down leg. So you may see something similar in the making right now. Euro US dollar up next. The euro's holding on to some decent gains, huh? Look at that. I mean, a little bit of indecision today. You had that kind of a narrow bar, but you're chipping away. You're having no trouble getting the other side of 35 even. You're in a position, but a little bit premature. We have to see where we're at tomorrow. But if you close above that white line, you're going to shift the you'll shift the weekly higher. So the daily trend is higher. And the weekly is still higher. If you close above this congestion, you're going to shift that weekly. That'll be interesting to see. So it's always telling when a market gets into resistance like that, gets into the barbed wire, so to speak, but doesn't back off. The euro's not backing off. That may be something to monitor. So pretty interesting. The euro and the Aussie find themselves on opposite ends of their directional lines. Pound US dollar next. The pound changed direction on the daily here, so short-term trend shift on the daily lower. I guess, this market's due for a much-needed correction. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-day rally, big 9-day rally. So they topped out on that 8th day. That's a pretty good move in the currencies, given the overall sideways nature of these markets lately. You get a 9-day move. You can't complain about that. Short-term trend shift, big wide range spelled out here between your monthly and your weekly. I like that. So pound probably continue to be a good market. I think you trade at both sides. It's in that big wide counter trend mode here, and overall you can see your sideways, kind of a rectangle you're in. So probably a good trade on both sides for the pound. Next market we're going to look at is dollar CAD. Dollar CAD, we said, hey, it looks like you're going to get to par. You got to par. It looks like you blew stops above par. Big long wick today. You couldn't close above that weekly. Friday will be interesting. Here's another one where you potentially could shift the weekly. You know what? Just because the market gets above that level doesn't mean much. It's got to close above that level. I think overall there's still more downside here. Dollar Chief. This is the epitome of a counter trending market. When I was saying, big wide range, probably in the process of bottoming out. Tough market to trade because you get a little direction and boom, they go right back. So a big reversal higher. You shifted the daily trend back higher with that big change of direction candle. Here's another one. Boy, there's a lot of room in here. It could stay, it could stay sideways as it's really been since October. You extended the range a little bit, then it popped back up. But I think you're in the process of a long drawn out bottom here. That could stay that way for a while too. It's a pretty good trade if you're a counter trend guy and you have no opinion. You just you're playing it back and forth. Let me take a look at an intraday. Yeah, it's a pretty good move, So I would expect more of that. I think you're going to see more of this. I could almost start to call it distribution now with the big wide price swings, but this could take a while for this guy to bottom out. Same thing with the dollar yen. I probably sound like a broken record talking about these two currencies, but there you go. Lined up pretty good now, isn't it? Well, you know, you're still counter trend. 84 is a huge number, and that's that. You know, it looks like you had a catapult here, a big short covering rally. This could have been a bull flag. Client was asking me, hey, this looks like a bull flag. What do you think? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I've thought that in the past that these were starting out as bull flags, and they just kept going south. But this one did turn up. So interesting. You have a pattern of higher lows here also. You know, bottom just above 80, bottom at 81, now bottom on 82. That may be something to watch. Overall, I think this is going to prove to be a big bottom here, and we just have to watch it and be patient. U.S. stock market, and we'll wrap it up. U.S. stock market was on the ropes yesterday. We'll see if we get that 3-day correction. 3-day correction is pretty popular in the financial markets. We'll see what happens. They couldn't press it too much. You actually have a little bit of a hammer there. Weekly's still up. Hey, this trend line is still very strong, and you haven't even come close to challenging that trend line. So as long as that trend line is up, I think yeah, on the intermediate term basis on the daily chart, it's telling us, the price pattern is telling us that your risk environment is still favorable. So, you know, it'd be healthy if you get a correction down to that trend line, or at least down to the weekly directional line. Wouldn't mind seeing that. Wouldn't mind seeing it, you know, how it curls up. Maybe get something going at the beginning of a new month. That's always a good time for big rallies in stocks. Look at that, first of the month. What is it? Third trading day of the month, or second trading day of the month, first trading day of the month. You get those big up moves on the first days of the month. So it's cool. It'll be cool to see if that curls up, and we'll see what happens as we get closer to a new month. Hey, thank you very much. I'm Jay Norris. Look for my new book, Mastering Trade Selection and Management, in bookstores in May. That's through McGraw-Hill again. Thanks now.